Well, as you can probably hear, folks, it's my phone going off. Claps of thunder, lightning. I'm just walking back down this wee trail here. These steps through the forest. I have to go back. I'm absolutely drenched. Feet, legs. I've got a waterproof on top, but it's no use. I'm surprised the camera is still working. Anyway, I'm going to go get the bus back to St Boswells and try and dry off a bit in the car. Otherwise I'm going to have a wet night tonight in the tent. And if it continues to pour rain, I think I'll just abandon it completely until tomorrow. There's no point in me having an uncomfortable night, and then I've got to climb tomorrow up the Cuthbert hills. So we'll give it a couple of hours, and if it doesn't clear up then I'll just head home. There's no point. No point in being miserable. But I didn't expect this today. I thought we'd get the odd shower, but this is persistent rain and thunder and lightning, which I didn't think was on the forecast. But as you can hear, it's rattling away, and it has been for the last hour and a half, and it's not stopping. So let's see how it goes. So almost back to where I started. It's a shame, it's a pity that. So that's sometimes how it is and how it has to go. Anyway, the first leg of St Cuthbert's Way cancelled, abandoned. Well, that was a surprise. I got myself a brass band send-off in Melrose. That was great. I'm not exactly feeling fit today. I've had a bit of a cold over the last week or so. I'm coughing up all sorts of stuff. So I'm bracing myself for this because there's a good heavy climb ahead of me, and I'll let you see the stairs I have to climb first before I even got on the hill. Well, this is me on the first route of the St Cuthbert's Way, starting at Melrose and the borders. I was going to go to the Abbey, but I've not got time. Time is very short, so I'm going to walk this first leg to St Boswells, and then I'm going to camp over on the Tweed at Dryburgh Abbey. So I'm going to get the Abbey in tight, hopefully, or tomorrow. And just as I've started to walk, it's pouring rain. Typical. So I'm in a woodland area at the moment, so it's sheltered, but I know it's an all way up job, up the leading hills and then over. It's about a 5 or 6 mile walk to Dryburgh Abbey, so I should make it hopefully before it shuts. If not, I'll do the Abbey tomorrow morning. Anyway folks, time to go. Time is short. I'm not very sure how the first put together the St Cuthbert's Way, but what I do know is St Cuthbert was a local monk or a saint in this area back in the 6th century or something like that. And there was pilgrimages all the way to Lindisfarne in Northumbria at the Holy Island. And this is where the pilgrims would walk from Scotland. Though not up these steps a bit. So anyway, it's an interesting walk. So I'm going to do one part route today and a part route tomorrow. And then I'm going to do other part routes at some other time when I've got the time to do it. I've only got 2 days and the whole route is a good 6 days. Okay folks, catch you later. Well, we're at the top now. Tell me I'm on the Eildon Walk trail, and above that is the St Cuthbert's Way badge and direction, and that's the one we're going to be on. And from there it goes up and then over to a place called the Saddle, which is in between 2 peaks, and that's where I'm headed. Then we got a view of the Cheviots beyond into the border with England, and hopefully the destination where I'm going, which is the Tweed, or Dryborough Abbey on the Tweed. So got to get going. I want to miss these showers. Trouble is there's no cover once I get beyond these trees. So here we go. Trail. This is the view right on the saddle, facing north towards the Lothians, and then through Renfrew in the west, and Glasgow's along that way. Lovely patchwork, so it is. I was actually struggling to get up here, you know, just through general fitness. And I thought, oh, I've made it, this is great. And then there's a couple behind me who are not jogging up, they're running fast up these hills. makes you think, doesn't it? Anyway, they're much younger than I am, and that's my excuse. And you'll not see me doing that for a while. I was going to say something else, but I better not. Anyway, that's us facing the Cheviots now. As I said earlier there, that's almost directly where I met Mick and Jill, on the border, on the St Cuthbert's Way, and this is me done about 3 miles, possibly, to begin with. I've got about another 3 or 4 miles to go before I do a camp tonight. So thankfully things are different from what they were 2 weeks ago when it was absolutely pouring with rain, but I see a shower coming in right now behind the camera, so I better get ready for that. But it's beautiful about here. I'm starting to like the borders more, and there's some fantastic walks and absolutely beautiful areas, and you can camp here. That's the most important thing. Right folks, I better get on, otherwise I'm going to get a soaking. I was struggling up the hill thinking this is crazy, and then see you two guys running, I'm thinking this is even more crazy.
Aye, that's us.
It had to happen. Absolutely chucking it down. Typical. Oh dear. Well, I've found some woods in the trail here. There's a bit of shelter, but not much. By God, it's chucking it down. Even on the trail now, there's a stream flowing right from where I've came, which is up there. That's a pity. I kind of hope to spend a bit more time up there, but because I want to get in some of the views and possibly drive at Abbey, but it's not to be. Once again, foiled by the weather. I thought I had a clappy thunder there as well. If there's thunder, that's it. It'll be on all day, like the last time I was here. Anyway, I'm going to have to keep going because I've got to keep up by a certain time. I don't want to be putting my tent up in the dark. I've got a few more miles to go yet. So catch you later. Lo and behold, see what I've found. Tarp heaven. Ralph, you get everywhere. Gosh, you're some man, your influence is going worldwide. Lovely, great shelter. I tell you, I wish I had known about that before the rain came on. I would have been under there. I don't know if someone... Looks like a seat's there. Someone must use it. Certainly, I wish I saw that about half an hour ago. I can feel the heat of the sun through the trees there, that's great. But it's not enough. I need to get into some open ground and hopefully no more rain to dry off a bit. I'm also out of breath because I was running to get through this. As you can see, the sun is trying to come out, and there's that shelter there. Great stuff. The redneck legacy lives on and goes on. Sure enough, Rob. Up the green carpet for me. We've mown a lawn, which is a pathway we're now on. That's really nice. Very pretty, but awfully handy rather than walking through long wet grass. Now, I saw a sign back there for St Boswells, or Newton St Boswells, which is in a different direction from here. I'm not worried because it did say that this is the St Cuthbert's Way part here, so we'll just have to have a look and see. I'd be scunnered, there's a good Scottish word, scunnered if I find I'm going the wrong direction and I have to double back. I no like it. Me no like it. You know what, I'm going to sit down, there's a wee seat here. I'm going to give myself a break. In fact, this is St Boswells here. Got to be. Which means I'm only about 2.5 miles from where I want to go. Right, I'll sit here for a bit. This was put here in June the 2nd, 1953. These places have been well looked after and well loved for many years. And right now, I can show you partly where I've come from. That hill just there is one of the peaks of the Leiden Hills, or the Eildon Hills, I keep saying the Leiden bits. Eildon Hills, and right through there is the other one. So I've come, I would reckon, about 1.5 miles through the rain. I'm looking to the west, and there's another nasty coming. So I'll have to be prepared for that. So I'm going to have a wee break at the moment. On June the 2nd, 1953. Bowden Kirk, so we're not far away, a couple of miles. We're in this lane. Beautiful wee villages and towns in here. There are some what looks like very ancient gravestones here. I think this was a religious site, a pagan site, long before Christianity came here. And that's why they built the church here. I'm not sure, but I think there's a kind of baptising place here as well that St Cuthbert himself would have used to baptise new converts. I'll give you an example. There's a gravestone there. A skull and various things, and that's very much 16th century. I don't think there's anything really left from that period that has any writing on it to tell us how old some of the graves here are, but I'm sure there'll be graves here that went back to medieval